This is the Lenovo X1 Carbon 5th generation, and it is sporting an i7 7th generation CPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and the need for some spare parts. Released in 2017, it had pretty good I/O for the time, but only does support charging on one side of the device. But even still, it is super thin. For being from 2017, it's actually still in remarkably good condition, even though it is a little scuffed. The screen itself is very clear. But we're going to open this up, give it an extra storage drive, throw on a fresh copy of Ubuntu 24.04, and make sure that all the systems are properly working. To take off the back panel, we're going to remove the 5 screws going all the way around the chassis. And just like that, we are into the device. We can see our Wi-Fi card here, spot for a WAN port. This is where our SSD will go. Unfortunately, the RAM is soldered into place, so not upgradable, but it is 16 gigabytes. And we're going to install this 128 gigabyte Orico drive, which is going to be perfectly fine for our Linux distribution. We'll take our drive and slot that right into place, and then replace that screw. Once that's in place, we're just going to make sure that both of these antenna cables are firmly seated, and then we'll close this back up. One of the things I really like about these Lenovo stations is these have the retaining washers on them, so the screws don't come out of the casing, which is just really nice to have on a laptop like this. Also, can we give them props for just making this easy to open and access these parts? I know not all of them are upgradable, but at least you can get to them quickly and simply. We're going to take our Linux distribution, slide that into the USB drive, and then we're going to boot up this machine. Alright, here in our setup screen, we can see we're using a pretty out-of-date BIOS, so we're going to have to update that at some point. But we have our i7 7600U CPU, our 16 gigs of RAM, and everything appears to be showing up the way that it should. And then we're just going to go through and make some adjustments to make this a little bit closer to how I would like it to be. And we can see here we'll need to click F12 to get our boot device list, and we're going to exit and save changes. Going to select our USB drive, which has our boot ISO on it. I really do have a lot of fun taking older devices like this that aren't compatible with the newest versions of Windows and repurposing them to actually make them faster than they were before. This is going to run Linux significantly faster than it ever ran Windows. And after a little bit of waiting, this device is ready to go with some new life breathed in for 2025, even though it's from 2017.